what Kendrick Lamar did was, and I noticed this years ago when I was dealing with some guys that were younger than me, and we used to have these discourses over social media about rap and everything. And what he did was, and I started to, I followed him. Like I like it. I like it. It's pretty good. It's pretty good. Being somebody who's, loved hip hop since, go way back. I'm a real firm believer, I mean, it's my favorite genre of music. It really is, you might be surprised, but it's true. But, what Kendrick Lamar has done is he's demonstrated over the past, decade for sure, how technology has changed, how culture has changed, how we operate and how we think. But what he's done is, and this is a business lesson, he's gamified. He's gamified his artistry. What do I mean by that? Meaning the art that he creates, it's not just the music. It's not just the music. When he drops a song, whatever the song is, it kicks off it stimulates a whole process of, of diagnosing the song, analyzing the song. He gamifies it. I mean, makes it a social engagement situation. One song, each song is a social engagement instrument, which, now we got to break it. What's he saying? What's the Easter eggs in it? You have to start decoding it, and what's he really saying? And you spend a lot of time diagnosing and analyzing, each song, and you're sharing that with your friends, with your family, and it's a whole process. Well, that's marketing genius 101, for the modern age. He's gamified, he's arguably, he's probably, to be honest with you, I've really been contemplating this here recently. Did he save hip hop? Quite possibly so, but that's not the conversation we're having here. The conversation I'm having here is he's developed in his artistry the art of marketing at such a high level that engages people at, when Michael Jackson dropped Thriller, everybody in the world was on Thriller, listening to the song. Most people, even, just recently in the past several years, most of us who've been alive, for, a number of years, really never really understood everything that Michael Jackson was saying, which was kind of ironic, in a lot of his songs, but we never sat around and really decoded it and everything. We just, we all bobbed our heads, we all went along with it, and we all, the hooks and everything, but we didn't sit around and what he really meant was, sometimes, every now and again, but we didn't get deep into it. It wasn't a whole, segment. Now when Kendrick Lamar drops a song, I mean, it's an event. It's an event because you're not just getting the music. You're not just getting some dancing. You're not just getting some rapping. You're getting, what's he really mean by this? What's, this is the signal. This is the sign. What he's really saying. You're getting a whole situation. You're getting a whole event. You're getting a whole event. And the takeaway from this for business, business today, marketing today, you have to, look at what Kendrick's doing. Look what he's doing. Started, this time last year, with the explosion of a beef, and like, oh, no, it's another rap beef. No, it wasn't just another rap beef at all. And he immediately segmented himself from everybody. It wasn't just another rap beef. It was a modernized version of modern marketing. Just think about it like this. You talk about, not the big three, it's just the big me. I mean, think about, McDonald's, Burger King, and Wendy's. Coke, Pepsi, Dr. Pepper. That's, marketing. He's like, no, it's only Pepsi. It's only Pepsi. It's not, Coke, Pepsi, and Dr. Pepper. It's only Pepsi. That's what he said. But he didn't just, separate himself and say something. He dropped a lot of content, and then you had the opportunity. You know what I'm saying? You didn't have to do it. People didn't have to do it. But then you got to decipher. Nobody's sitting around and deciphering, you know what I'm saying, other artists like they're deciphering Kendrick. Whenever Kendrick drops something and you know it's built into the brand, you know, when Kendrick drops something, you know, you got to sit down, you got to, you know, take some time, set some time aside, you know, like we used to do with albums. We used to sit around and listen to an album all day. We was, you know, now he brought this back. You know, he brought back the social engagement of the art of music. You know, the social engagement aspect. This and that has been lost. You know, to share it with others and everything. He's brought that back. You know, in developing a process. You know, it's not new, but he's brought it back. But this engagement, though, but what is new is he's gamified it. He's made it like, you know, it made it so intriguing. You know, I'm not even gonna say he's made it so intricate. He's made it so intriguing that his fans, that even not his fans, are wowed by watching his fans, you know, fan over. You know, what is he really saying? What does he really mean? And deciphering and decoding, you know, for hours and hours and hours and hours. That's why I waited to make this video. So I didn't want to be just part of the whole, you know, group of after the Super Bowl on the bandwagon of, you know, what Kendrick did. But I wanted to give it some time to see what really happened and everything. We got some interesting metrics after it. I mean, and this, you know, nearly a month later, I tell you what, you know, hit the mark on a whole lot of things. But the thing about it is I wanted to, you know, make this video just to, you know, from a business, from a marketing standpoint, what he's done is he's gamified his artistry to make it, you know, more into a social component that people can share. You know, people can share. And from marketing, this is what we have to do with our brands. You know, we have to, today we have to, you know, gamify. We have to invite in, people, with not just, here it is, here you go. You know, and that's what our, the Art of Modern Thinking, book series. And I mean, it invites you, it's to share with people. We have, 3 books, and this last one that my granddaughter wrote with me. Even that process even exemplified even more. The art of social sharing in how we're thinking and our thoughts, and let's sit around and dissect it and everything. That was the most enjoyable time I've had in a long time. Sitting and really just engaging and having these conversations over these these different quotes and so forth. But it engages us and everything. And so that's what we have to do. We have to, incorporate, not just, weave it in, generically and try to, figure it out, the cheat code and everything. No, just you got, really intentionally be it. And that's the thing that Kendrick has done. He just, he's being it. He's being what he's, what he's saying it is, where he's coming from. He's telling his story. He's, storytelling, it always wins, but he's telling his story, as only best he can, but he's including, in real time. And see, that's the thing. He's telling a story in real time, on what's really happening in culture right now, at the same time, what's going on with him, what's going on with the world, what he's seeing, what he's hearing, and he's giving it back, in rapid fire succession. And it's like, wow, people are blown away, and then, people are dissecting it and everything. But this is, marketing genius 101, especially for 2025 and going forward. If you have a brand, if you have a, whatever your brand is, you have to really get very deliberate, about this content. You have to get very deliberate, not just to try to follow, the trends about everybody, but what your brand is. What's your brand talking about? What's your brand saying? How does your brand, give people an opportunity to spend time and engage with? Come in and sit down and have a conversation with my brand. You know what I'm saying? That's the one thing about Food by the Word, over the past, 9.5 years, 9 years, we've developed a culture, and that's what, that's what's come from it. I mean, it's a culture. I started it, with I just wanted to do this one thing and get this one thing going, but it's a culture. God had another, had way more for it. And I thank him for it. But it's a culture, you come in and we fellowship, or we engage. We're really about elevating people and really being the servants that God has created for us to be. But that wasn't the intention initially, was to sell a sandwich. That was the whole intention. sell a sandwich, sell some quality food product, you know what I'm saying? And you know, the way that God intended for it to be served, you know what I'm saying? You know, with the best quality, you know, all natural, you know, organic, you know, that's how it started. But fast forward to today, you know, and we're talking about, you know, a book series that we have, you know, and the multiple books that we have, you know, the digital products that we have that, you know, you can tap in from anywhere with and download and read them immediately. You know, we have, and I mean, I surely didn't think that I'd have, you know, have written, you know, 7 books, you know, and have published, you know, 8 books, you know, that was 9 books. I never would have thought that was not the plan. Like I said, the plan was a sandwich. The plan was not books. The plan was not, you know, but God had other plans. God had other plans. And the reality of it is, you know, the time that we're in, you know, marketing is not what it used to be. You have to, you know, it's a paradigm shift. I said it the other day in a group of people, you know, it's a paradigm shift, you know, and we're going through this paradigm shift, whether you like it or not. And the paradigm is something that typically, you know, we don't usually change our paradigms so dramatically as the past several years has forced us to really change our paradigm. But, you know, you have to change your paradigm. And when you're looking at, you know, doing your business, when you're looking at, you know, marketing, branding, you know, really look at, you know, Kendrick Lamar and what he's done and what he's doing, and really just, you know, step back and look. I mean, you know, he's, like I say, he's gamified the artistry of hip hop. And, you know, which, like I say, you know, arguably, to be honest with you, well, it's not even arguable, to be honest with you. I mean, people want to argue over everything, like everything just can be argued about. It just is or it isn't. The fact of the matter is, my personal point of view is, he may just have saved hip hop. You know, hip hop after, you know, 50 years. You know, a lot of even, you know, our great, you know, artists, you know, have even said, you know, hip hop is in trouble. It's not doing well. You know, he may have saved hip hop. I don't know, but you know, the reality of it is he's definitely brought, you know, the gamification. And you even see, you know, a lot of the artists, you know, that are not just, you know, actually in games, you know, but the gamification of the artistry. And that's just not just in music, not just in hip hop, not just in, in music. It's in everything. It's in all business, all business, everything. I don't care what it is. I mean, whether you're selling, pencils or, I'm saying knickknacks or whatever, the reality of it is to engage with our audience. We must, create something that they want to share with people, And that's the thing that Kendrick has done. He's created music that people want to share with people. Everybody wants to share. This is what I saw. This is what, and it's creating these conversations, and it's creating, a gamified. I mean, and that's what I say. A gamified process that as soon as and he doesn't tell anybody, and then he drops the album, boom, and then everybody's on it. You got it. Everybody just attracted to it. You know what I'm saying? Like Piranha. But the reality of it is and you never know when it's gonna come. He might just drop a song or whatever. But everybody's dissecting it. They're social. They're getting in groups. They're getting in conversations. They're getting on Zoom calls. I mean, just focusing on this one song or this one body of work. That right there, that's modern marketing right there. Where we're at right now, and where we're going to. So just utilize what's going on now, what Kendrick is doing, and what the environment's doing, and really kind of just take some time and really just look and say, okay, I see what he did there, and let's have a conversation. All right, talk to you later. Bye.